What is going on, everyone? Vega here for Serpent X Tech. Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine Crypto, a weekly live stream that we do every Saturday around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I welcome you to join me with your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice, coffee, energy drink, whatever it might be, tea, or if you don't like caffeine, go ahead and grab some damn water, and let's get into some crypto news for this past week. Now, of course, it's not been very good. This past couple live streams I've been saying that, right? It has not been very good, unfortunately, man. It's just more downward pressure, more selling, more liquidation, and Bitcoin is down. It's actually up over the past 24 hours. We saw Bitcoin hit the high 52K, big buying opportunity. My mom even got some with what little she has left. I wasn't able to because, as you all know, in my personal situation, me and my sister are working really hard to help our parents out who are in a tough spot with my dad, Papa Serpent, being down. But Bitcoin about to crest over 55K. Hopefully it crests over 55K today during this live stream. That'd be absolutely awesome. If you want Bitcoin to hit 55K, go ahead and smash that like button. A quick thank you to everybody stopping by, saying what's up. Dan, I do have the hammer. Now, I need this hammer today. I gotta do some work for the parents. Dan was asking, he needs a hammer. But, of course, Dan's over there, I'm over here. I can't get him a hammer. But in the automotive industry, Rud Puts knows this, anything can be a hammer. Just FYI, anything can be a hammer. Wood block, the back of your socket wrench, whatever. Anything could be a hammer. Sherm, what's up, buddy? Network Bits, Fudweiser. Appreciate you guys. Rud Puts always popping in on a Friday saying happy Friday to me. I appreciate it. Art Satoshi, thank you for your comment. Really appreciate that. Michael Cartwright, Crypto Pounder 4, Dan San, Sam Fisher. Thank you all for stopping by. Appreciate you guys. So, got some news for you. We're going to talk a little bit of TA and then just get into some various articles, but I'm interested to hear your thoughts, what you think is going on. If you agree, disagree, please chime off in the comments. As we can see, August 5th was a big red day. There was a lot of selling volume, as you can see from the other days of volume, right? Maybe we got governments taking profits, whatever it might be. Fudweiser with a $10 Canadian. Thank you. How much for a wrench? Well, it depends on what kind of wrench you want. But I like to use... I got all the tools today. I got a lot of work to do today at my parents' house. But, yeah, I got my sockets, my... crescents, my locks, like everything, and then I got the hammer. You can't go in life without a hammer, Dan. You need a hammer. But anyways, Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin fell down to 52, the high 52s. We can see right here, we zoom in, like 52.8, almost 52.7, I think. Actually 52.5, depending on the exchange, really. And now we're having a nice green candle. Where we pump back up to 54 something, maybe 55 during the stream or later today. Now, we talked about last week how statistically August is a red month. And if we switch over to the monthly, it does seem that August was indeed a red month. And some of these lines you see here, don't worry, don't read too much into it. These are just lines for me. But you can see, you know, August was just a really red month. September is usually indicative of a red month. And, you know, will we come all the way down to this legacy line that I have here of that 49, 48K? I certainly believe that's in the realm of possible. Matter of fact, I told my sister and my mom that if Bitcoin gets to 52, which it did yesterday, or to 48, there's a good buying opportunity. But obviously my parents in the situation that they're in financially, and why me and my sister are having to step in, is because my dad not working. He's kind of hurt, really hurt actually. And so we're talking like if they get in, like we're talking like $5, $10, $20, right? We're not talking about the people that have thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars, that they could just throw down and buy 100 Bitcoin. As we have been seeing, we've actually been seeing people that are wealthy and in that financial sector buying hundreds of Bitcoins every time there's a dip. So while everybody's being fearful, they're being greedy. And we always talked about doing the opposite of the market. So when everybody's running away from crypto, we should be running towards it. Dollar cost averaging, doing what we can within our means. Obviously, pay your bills, take care of your family, do whatever you need to do. And, you know, dollar cost average a little bit here and there. I wasn't able to get it at 52, but, you know, maybe 53, 4 is where I entered. I just got a little bit, you know, $10, man. Not a lot, but it does add up over time if you just keep DCAing or dollar cost average in. Not financial advice, but that's just common practice in the financial sector, whether it's crypto or not crypto. But crypto market enters extreme fear as analysts warn of Bitcoin below 50K. This is something I can agree with the sentiment, right? As the crypto fear and greed index hit a 1 month low of 22, last seen in the beginning of August, around that August 5th date. The index fell back to 17 when Bitcoin's price fell to 49K. Shared analyst and crypto quant author Axel said in a post on X that during the mini ban in China, the index dropped to 10%. The maximum drop to 6% occurring during the Luna crash, right? So we haven't seen lows similar to this in a long time. Now, we didn't get back to the Luna crash or the China ban, but, you know, we're still in extreme fear. And we talked about this chart that we're rolling up here right now that I'm going to bring up again here in a second. Looks like K-Dub and a number of my fellow colleagues in the crypto space also talked about historical data. But we got a quote here from the CEO of crypto exchange BitMEX. BTC is heavy. I'm gunning for a sub 15K this weekend, and I took a little cheeky short. Pray for my soul, for I'm a degen. Of course. So we can see here, historically, September and August are usually red. There's a few greens in there, right? We had 4 greens in August. Let's say 2021, 2020, 2017, and 2013. Now, you can see that 2013 and 2017 were like bull runs, right? Like those were like Bitcoin was making new historical records in 2013, 2017. 2020 and 2021, I think, is the fact that during the pandemic or the cough, people had money, right? Stimulus checks going out to people. People were just buying in. Now, not a big percentage increase in 2020, about 13% in 2021. But if we look at September, there's only been 3 green months. 2020, 2025, 2026, and 2023. Everything else has been red. So realistically, if you want my 2 cents, I would DCA, and again, not financial advice, but I would DCA, if I'm thinking with my wallet, not your wallet, my wallet, I would DCA into Bitcoin as it dips, right? As it did yesterday, might do again. We might possibly see a 48K Bitcoin, but that's just another buying opportunity for most of us. Hold out until the end of September. October is right around the corner. It should and could be a green month. However, because of the presidential uncertainty, we don't know who's going to get elected here in the United States. That could have a role to play. Because even though it's just in the USA, why does the rest of the world care about what president is in the USA? It does have an effect on the rest of the world, economically, cryptonomically, whatever. So because October, we won't know who the next president is, it's really November that I'm eyeing for the upward trend to kind of begin. Because I think if the crypto world got that certainty back in its life, right? Like, this is our president for the next 4 years. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. I think that would still be a bullish indicator for crypto. Don't forget that later on this month, I don't have any data pulled up. KW is a great resource to go check out. Crypto Zombie, about the FOMC, or Tom Crown, a great resource as well. Watch them because they will give you any data about the FOMC. The Traveling Traders, another good one as well. Because once the Fed cuts rates later this month, I think it's already priced in, or tried to get priced in. I'm hoping to see some positive momentum once again. But I really think September is just going to be red. October is going to be a little green. November is going to be deeper green, maybe double digits green. You know, like let's say October is 2 to 3% green, while November might be 13 to 15 or 12 to 15%. We also got another quote here from Rec Capital. Bitcoin is down 6.19% over the month of September. This is approximately matches the September single-digit downside experience in 2022, 2021, 2020. 18 and 17 a downside is not out of the ordinary. This is not out of the ordinary. Now, what was out of the ordinary was the fact that we pumped to a new all-time high prior to the Bitcoin halving of around that 74K. That definitely changed the range. Looking at the historical data to now, it's an outlier, but we're still in the same trends that we've seen in the past. So it's not too crazy. I just think I really hope that the halving all-time high would have happened after, not before. But maybe you just sped up the timetables in which we're looking at things. Not sure. Nobody has a glass or a crystal ball to where they can tell the future. Just hang tight, be smart, don't overspend, don't over leverage yourself, and DCA if you can. We also got a quote here from, I believe, I don't know who the hell this is, but there's a rejection from the orange diagonal, red circle. That's why 4-hour candle bodies above resistance are so important to confirm the next trend. Upside wicks into / above the diagonal precedes rejections. So see here. So we hit that, rejected. And that RSI, man, that RSI right now is just super low. Super, super low. Volume's low, the RSI is low. I personally think that there's going to be more buying opportunities. Like, I'm just speaking my mind. I could be wrong. I think that we are going to have more buying opportunities. Yes, Bitcoin is up near 55K or close to 55K, the high 48Ks. But I do believe, maybe chop a little bit sideways between 55 and the high 54s, dip back down 53, 52, maybe into 51, and somewhere between 48 to 52K is where I'm looking to DCA back into Bitcoin, or just accumulate more, right? The rich are accumulating more, the institutions are accumulating more. There's your sign. Why would they continue to accumulate? Well, they have the capital to do so, for one. But two, they probably believe in Bitcoin, while many that are new to Bitcoin are getting wrecked and they're being fearful and they might be selling at a loss rather than holding long term. I'm hanging long term. I'm playing the long game. If you guys want to play the short game, you know how to degen, short, long, flip, what do you call it? Leverage plays. I'm happy for you. I don't mess around with leverage. I don't have the means to mess around with leverage. Maybe if I did, I would, but I'm just hanging tight. Anyways, Bitcoinist article here says Bitcoin demand drying up. Top analyst shares details. So Crypto Quant's head of research, Julio, has provided an in-depth analysis of the situation, relying on the key market indicators and data to explain the ongoing shift. His analyst suggests that the falling demand is a driving factor behind Bitcoin recent price action. So yeah, maybe the ETFs inflows are still being steady. Maybe there's some institutions buying out Bitcoin. Maybe there's a few wallets out there that that are new to us, have been accumulating Bitcoin every time a big dip happens. But retail is not, right? The average mom and pop blue collar person is not. Why? Well, because money is probably tight for them right now. Things cost more. The dollar goes further, doesn't go as far as it used to. Like, they don't have the means to do so. If they had the means, they're probably doing the same thing as me and my family in our tight situation are doing, which is $5 here, right? Like a freaking Big Mac or a Happy Meal. Like, we're not doing big money. We're just trying to get as much Bitcoin as possible, praying, and that's exactly it. It's hopes and prayers on Bitcoin to make a new all-time high and help turn that $5 into 20, into 50, into 100. But while it's kind of like a risk, I do believe in Bitcoin long term, right? That's the biggest selling point for me, is nobody can shut it down. Nobody can control it. Yes, it's kind of being manipulated right now, right? It has been being manipulated recently, whether it's, the German government selling, whether it's the Mt. Gox people taking profits, which no harm, no foul. I 100% would do the same thing if I've been sitting that long. Whether it's the institutions playing games, hey, Chase, I'm going to dump this Bitcoin. You go ahead and pick it up. Or, some type of backdoor negotiation where people are dumping a lot, picking up a lot just to try to pad the books or build up their repository as much as possible. I do think Bitcoin will be that $100,000 token in the future. I do 100%. Whether it's the second half of 2025 or Q1, Q2 of 2025, or maybe even 2026. Maybe because my time skip table, I was thinking new all-time high before the halving at the end of 2024 or beginning of 2025. But because we reached that new all-time high before the halving, I pushed back my timetable and it was Q1, Q2 of 2025. Now I'm looking more at the second half of 2025 or Q1, Q2 of 2025. So it's like, can't nail it. That's why they keep saying the term time in the market beats time in the market. Trying to nail that bottom price and try to nail that all-time high is oftentimes going to get you wrecked, especially because I don't have the time to look at the charts. Like I wasn't able to pick up at 52 because the 52 mark hit at 5 p.m. I'm in the car picking up Joseph from school and his friend who's staying the night with us because I got a project, an engineering project to do. So I'm driving. I don't have time to buy and sit there and watch the charts on multiple screens. And I don't know that every single one of you have the capability of doing that. Maybe you do when it's now the weekend or maybe certain times of the day, but I don't have the time to do that. I'm constantly moving. I'm constantly working to try to help out my family, to try to do something for the channel. Like it's a nonstop thing here in my household. So I can't sit there and watch the charts, but I can put in positions to buy at this price or to buy at that price. And some of those positions have come true. I just missed the last one. So it's all good. Either way, the point is that Bitcoin demand is down and is declining. All right. And when that demand is declining, moves that probably wouldn't move the market as far as it has wouldn't be as possible. But because there's low volume, low demand, these moves have drastic swings. There's a lot of volatility right now. And again, to me, it's just more buying opportunities if you have the funds and you're capable of doing that. If you do have any questions, concerns, comments, or otherwise, please feel free to chime in and at me or send a super chat. Do not send a super chat unless you paid all your damn bills for the month of September, please. I appreciate the loves and the support, but I want my fam taken care of. You guys are that fam, so please. Anyways, what is this chart saying? Trader on chain realizes price bands. Don't care. Bitcoin price action. It's basically, yeah, it's lackluster. There's nothing too crazy about it as I get a spam call right in your ears. My bad. So yeah, let's move on to the next article. What we got here? Bitcoin pumps, then dumps below 54K as jobs report spurs crypto volatility. Another indicator that the economy's keeping an eye on, job reports, obviously. The cut rates, right? Front-loading rate cuts, that is appropriate, right? So did the rate cut when we knew it was coming originally in that last meeting, it does feel like the market kind of priced that in. So now that's priced in and we're still going down, what does that mean? Well, the brief rally in cryptocurrency markets followed Friday's U.S. job report quickly reversed in a volatile trading, sending Bitcoin to the largest cryptocurrency to the lowest of the month. Bitcoin jumped to 57K following the report, only to erase the gain and tumble down 54K to the lowest since August 5th. It is down nearly 3% over the past 24 hours. Major altcoins also slid, like Ethereum, Solana, Ripple, Cardano, posted 2 to 4% losses, and the CoinDesk 20 index is down 2.7%. Now we can see Ethereum's down to, yesterday it was down to 22 something. Solana, really low, right? Will it ever get back to that $200 token? I think it will, but it kind of sucks. Look at Caspa though. Caspa's up 6%, trying to get back to that 16 cents that has been stuck at for eons. And then where's ADA? ADA's 32 cents. I think it dipped and then picked back up. But yeah, ADA's just going to ADA. So I'm not really too concerned about it. Yeah, so it dipped down to what looks to be 30 cents and it's back up to 32. So not anything crazy. But all the altcoins slid. Bitcoin slid. Obviously, it's just going to continue to happen until that demand comes in and that volume. There's not a lot of trading volume. The widely anticipated U.S. non-farm payrolls report showed the world's largest economy added about 142,000 jobs in August, slightly fewer than analysts forecasted. While the lowering employment rate fell to 4.2% from July 4.3, so it only went down 0.1%. The release left market watchers contemplating the Federal Reserve's pace to lower interest rate, which is expected to do later this month. Most recently, traders assigned the probability of more than 70% to a 25 basis point cut. So that's what they're expecting on September 17th, 18th, right? According to the CME Fed Watch tool. And almost 30% for a larger 50 basis point cut. So I'm thinking 25 as well. And I think, again, the market has already priced that in. So whatever. Some observers argue that the smaller cut would be more beneficial for risk assets, as a 50 basis point cut could signal the Fed is increasingly concerned about the U.S. economy falling into a recession, which has been a big word used by other people, economists, traders, whatever. A recession is certainly possible, considering the market conditions, but I don't think even if we did have one, it would be such a long sustaining situation. I think it might be a short-lived situation, but short-lived to us might feel like a long time. So it just depends on your economic situation, what financial situation. What are you in? Are you really tight right now? You know, can you afford to pay your car note, your mortgage, all that good stuff? Can you not? And then we fall into a recession. It can just make things harder. Ultimately, the nature of the cut, bullish or bearish, depends on the economic data and Fed commentary. But all things being equal, I still view 25 basis points better for the asset prices than 50 basis points, says Sean Farrell, digital asset research at Fund Strat. So expect that to happen. Jobs report came out. It pumped a little bit. The crypto market pumped a little bit, but then erased all those gains very instantly. Been watching some football. You guys happy to have football back, by the way? I'm happy to have football back. Wall Street ahead. Wall Street's week ahead. Economic worries back on Wall Street's radar after jobs data. Basically the same thing, right? We have uncertainty. There's the key word right there. Uncertainty over the U.S. economy's health is rippling through the markets, adding fuel to an already volatile period that has investors grappling with a shift in the Federal Reserve policy, a tight U.S. election, and worries over overstretched valuations. That's what I'm saying. Like, regardless of who's elected president, and I know a lot of people are like, if Trump doesn't win, we're all screwed, and if Kamala wins, crypto is done. Like, both camps, even though I would appreciated Kamala coming out onto the Bitcoin stage, the Bitcoin conference stage at Nashville, and publicly stating that she would work and vowed to work to make blockchain and cryptocurrency a main staple and in the U.S. a safe haven for those technologies. We know her administration is open to crypto and blockchain. So either president, I think, will be positive for crypto, even though everybody says if Trump doesn't win, crypto is done for. I don't think that's the case at all. But either way, my biggest thing is just having that president finally done would be a huge boost in calming down the uncertainty. Whether you like it or not, it would, having a president confirmed, would calm down the economic conditions, the crypto conditions. It would just calm it down. We still got a long road to go, right? As we need to get rates cut. We need to get stabilized. We need to avoid a recession. Whether or not we do that, I leave that to the people being paid to do that. It's still turmoil that we would need to deal with. But anyways, moving on. U.S. stocks tumble on Friday after closely watched jobs data showed labor market momentum slowing more than expected, suggesting a narrow path for the U.S. to achieve a soft landing. So that soft landing might not get hit. We might go over it. We might go under it, in which the Fed is able to cool inflation without badly damaging the economic growth. I think Jerome Powell, despite what a lot of people think, has been doing the best job that you can possibly do. There's a couple things that could have been done better. I'm not an economist. I'm not a banker. I'm not a financial expert. But I think he's been doing a good job. Now, whether or not we hit those targets, I don't think so. But we'll see what happens on September 17th to 18th with the FOMC meeting. But the 0.25 basis point cut that's planned to come out those days, I think has already been priced into the market, and yet we still fell further. I mean, we got other stocks falling. For example, You got the S&P 500 dropped 1.7%. And Friday nearly lost 4.3% in the past week. The worst weekly decline since March 2023. Nvidia, right? The poster child of the year's artificial intelligence excitement was down over 4% and stood near its lowest level in about a month. And a lot of people are calling for that to be a good buying opportunity, right? So stocks are down. Bitcoin's down. Everything is down. Just chill the hell out. Mixed jobs reports adds to U.S. economy concerns. Job growth in the U.S. was weaker than expected last month, raising concerns that the world's largest economy is starting to stumble under the weight of the higher interest rates. Now, I do not have the article pulled up, but there are more countries going to the BRICS or signing on to the BRICS nations, right? So basically, they're working together to make their currency or whatever currency they choose the main currency that they trade in, right? Like if I want to sell you oil and I'm Russia, you know, this is the currency we're going to use to complete that. We want to move away from the US dollar because the US dollar is weak. So as we get more of those countries that do that, that can threaten the prestige or whatever word you want to insert of the US dollar. Anyways, employers added 142,000 in August, less than roughly 160,000 analysts had forecasted. They were expecting more. However, the unemployment rate fell back, only dropping 0.1%. The report is one of the most important gauges of the U.S. economy and comes at a critical time as voters weigh presidential candidates for November's election and as U.S. central banks debates its first cuts to interest rates in 4 years. Analysts said the latest figures kept the Federal Reserve on track for a rate cut at the meeting this month, but would do little to resolve questions about the direction of the U.S. economy or how a big cut should make it. Rarely has there been such a make or break number. Unfortunately, today's jobs report doesn't entirely resolve the recession debate, says Chief of Global Strategist, Principal Asset Management. Soaring prices in 2022 prompted the Federal Reserve to raise its key lending rate to 5.3, a roughly 20-year high. Faced with higher borrowing costs for homes, cars, and other debt. This is why I told a lot of people that I love and care and talk to not to go remortgage, refinance their house, or to buy a new car because the rates are crazy. I would wait and hold out if you can. Repair the car, keep going with what you got. As inflation has subsided, falling to 2.9% in July, the Fed is now under pressure to cut rates and ward off further economic slowing. So as this uncertainty, besides the U.S. election uncertainty, continues to plague us, we won't see crypto and the economy do as well as we would hope it should. Moving on, crypto market chaos, 93 million liquidated in 4 hours as Bitcoin crashes to 54K. $93 million was liquidated. So again, that Friday jobs report comes out, price pumps up a little bit, 57K, and it immediately wiped out. So 93 million liquidated in 4 hours, dropped us from around 57 something to 54K. Now, granted, you know, Bitcoin doesn't have as much volume. Matter of fact, let's go to CoinMarketCap real quick and see what the what is Bitcoin's. Yeah, we're still over 1 trillion, right? What is that? 100,000 million billion. Yeah, 1 trillion. We're still over 1 trillion. But remember, back in the day, we were like 1.5, 1.6, right? We were climbing up to that $2 trillion market cap. So 93 million wiped out $3,000 in 4 hours out of a $1 trillion market cap. Imagine when Bitcoin becomes 2 trillion, 3 trillion, $10 trillion market cap token. Those 93 million, 1 billion, 2 billion won't be as impactful. It's impactful because there's not a lot of volume being traded. There's not a lot of demand. So yeah, it's definitely taking a hit. But that's still a lot. That's still a lot. 93 million. What could you do with $93 million? What could you do? Let me know in the comments. Bitcoin to hit 40,000 in historical price crash. XRP might start forming the death cross signal. Shiba Inu introduces new portal to empower developers. Crypto News Digest by you today. So I just want to focus on the Bitcoin, right, to hit 40,000. A critical Bitcoin warning has recently been issued by on-chain analyst Ali in his post on X September 4th. Martinez shared a 2-month chart for the largest crypto, stating that the TD sequential indicator shows a sell signal anticipating a correction. According to analysts, should Bitcoin lose the crucial 51K support level, it could plunge to a low of 40,000. Although the market has experienced several price corrections in recent months, a decline below 51K could significantly impact Bitcoin and potentially have repercussions in the broader market. At the moment of writing, Bitcoin is trading at around 54K, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So let's look at that real quick on the chart. Bitcoin to fall to 40K. Let's start from where we're at, and let's go down to 40K. 40K. That's a 25% drop. Again, not out of the realm of impossible, but I do believe, just like 52 was a major support area, and when we fell and touched that area, we were buying it back up, right? Whether it's us, the retail investor, the blue-collar worker, the regular mom and pop, or the institutions gobbling up as much as possible, or the wealthy no-name wallets that are just buying hundreds of Bitcoin at a time every time a major dip happens. I think 52 can support us. If we were to have another $1 billion liquidation, then yeah, we could probably go down to 49K. And then what's after that? 48K. And then what's after that? 45K. And then what's after that? 42. And then 40. So there's multiple areas of support that we would have to just blow through or hit, try to stabilize, fall again, hit, try to stabilize, fall again. That would be like 40K Bitcoin. Like I said in the past, I don't think we'll ever see a $32,000 Bitcoin. And I still agree with that statement. Like that time has gone and passed, right? But 52 to 48 is definitely my, not anticipation, but my expected target areas because of the uncertainty we're still in. And we still got 2 months to go before we got a presidential confirmation, as well as maybe a little bit more stability in the economic situation with Jerome Powell, Fed cuts, and all that good stuff. So we'll have to see. Do you believe Bitcoin? Right now in the live chat, go ahead and comment. And if you're watching this later on, let me know in the comment section down below. Do you believe Bitcoin will hit 40K? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Dan Ruggs, just got back to my PC. Hope all is well. Hey, Dan, so did you miss this? I brought this out for you. You said you needed a hammer. I just can't, like, materialize it for you. Whoa! Sorry. Yeah. Do you think Bitcoin can hit 40K? I want to hear your thoughts. Everything seems in the red. So go to blocks. What are you talking about, Matt Electron? Are you talking to somebody else? Retro Mike. Should try that on CMP. Hi, buddy. Okay. You're talking to Retro Mike, I think. You're talking about the token, and we're talking about crypto mining now for some of my other peoples that like just crypto news. Where Blocks X has switched over now, right? Autolycos used to be an ASIC mineable token, switched over now. Block X and some other variant like Radiant or whatever is the most profitable tokens to mine, depending on your GPUs. Check out my monthly series of what was the most profitable cryptocurrency to mine throughout the previous month. We go through every single month. I give you all the data from the middle of the range, like 3060 or the 6600 XT, so both sides of the coin, not Intel, sorry, and just try to come out with the, what indicators might help you to determine which coin you want to look at mining for the future. But anyways, Bitcoin usually suffers in September. We talked about this before, but October is right around the corner. October is the term we're looking for, or the word that's been applied to October, where we could have a green month. But remember, just like we talked about earlier in the stream, we could unfortunately have a red month. It's rare, right? We only had 2 of them in our past since 2013, but it is possible. I definitely believe that October might be that green move up, chop sideways throughout October, but it will still be a green candle compared to September and August. And then November, U.S. election, and it could be a red one, right? It could be, oh my goodness, Kamala was hired. as president, and now the crypto market crashes even further. Or it could be the opposite. Or Trump won, and while everybody was pro-Trump because he supported crypto, we still have a red candle. There's still 4 months since 2013 where we had a red candle, and there's nothing guaranteed in life. There's one thing I learned out of the 38 years I've been on this planet is nothing is guaranteed in life. So while it's normally indicative of a green month, it's definitely possible that we'll have a red month. And don't forget December, right? As we lead into Thanksgiving in December, as I mentioned many a times on this channel, holidays come, people take profits, and then they use that to take their family on vacation or to pay for travels or to do this or to do that. You know, a lot of people are like buying Bitcoin and not utilizing it, but we want, in order for Bitcoin to stay healthy, we want to continue to utilize it. We don't want everybody to just buy it and hang on to it, because that's not going to help anything. But I know a lot of people just don't want to trade or give up their Bitcoin, so we'll see. But October, so second question. First question is, do you think Bitcoin would get down to 40K? Second question is, do you believe October? And I know we're just in the beginning of September. Vega, why are you asking us these stupid questions? Do you think October could be a green month? Let me know in the live chat or in the comment section down below. But a lot of people are believing so. The Wall Street phenomenon has been well documented for nearly a century. Since 1929, the S&P 500 has declined in September by 55% of the time, by far the most out of any month, and the only individual month that has declined less than 50% in time over the last 94 years. Bitcoin's track record is comparatively short. However, the market has experienced notable weaknesses during the month of fall. Since 2013, Bitcoin price has declined in September 8 times, according to CoinGlass. The asset price has started this month with more than 8% slide, outpacing the average drop of 5% over the past decade. September is one of only 2 months to average losses since 2023, while with June the only other negative month. September is by far Bitcoin's worst month over the last decade on average. Now, why is that? Wonder why September seems to just be the worst month for Bitcoin overall. I'm curious of why that is. The market, the market likes to focus on the September effect, given historical performance, the small sample size makes it difficult to use as a leading indicator, he said, pointing out that Bitcoin's return nearly 4% last September. So yeah, like, even though the sample size is 10 years, you can't really like use that as your end all be all. So I would use that fact with obviously your normal technical analysis to determine what you think Bitcoin might or might not do. But yeah, September is normally a shit month, and then October or Uptober seems to be a positive month. 33 people watching. Appreciate you guys stopping by. We just boosted up a little bit. Make sure to hit that like button for me. Appreciate you all stopping by. Signs point to a likely altcoin rally in the final months of 2024. By the way, stay tuned, because I think Red Panda will be doing a live stream after me, and there's going to be a giveaway. So hang tight. Stay with us. Appreciate you. Hit that like button. So Ethereum has been trending downwards against Bitcoin in recent days, which can be contributed to the weakness across the cryptocurrency market. So all cryptocurrencies. The bad news is Ethereum is currently facing the lowest point of its price against Bitcoin in the last 1,000 days, the massive blow to everyone invested in Ethereum, especially as multiple upgrades have been taking place over the last several years. While Ethereum ETFs have also launched, they have failed to provide a strong momentum. On the bright side, all of the market weaknesses could be simply due to seasonality, or a factor that will soon be working in its favor of bulls. In the past years, altcoin markets have surged and fallen depending on the season. A prime example is Chainlink, which generally surges against Bitcoin in the second half of the year, while losing value during the first half of the year. It lost more than 60% of its value during the first half of the year in 2022, 23, 24, and surged more than 100% in the second half in 2022 and 2023. Chinese liquidity injections are another phenomenon that correlate with the altcoin market. Chinese liquidity expands and slows down on a 6-month cycle. Momentum grows during the last part of the year in January and February, but slows during the other months. The most recent expansion began in September 2023 and peaked in February 2024. That correlated with the most recent peak in altcoin markets. Currently, global liquidity is poor. However, the high likelihood of the situation improving as China uses quantitative easing to expand its own economy, the Federal Reserve has started firing up the QE to boost the United States economy. The Fed will begin cutting rates in September, which will create a stronger environment for altcoins to do well. So, yeah, like I've been saying, hang tight, dollar cost average, stack that crypto, mine whatever currency you want because you believe in it, your convictions are strong in that currency, and you believe it's going to be around for a long time. We got a chart here, monthly-wise. Let's see here, September. Okay, November, we got a good boost. January, meh. February, March, pretty good. I don't know where February went. May, July. So I guess they're talking about injections from the Chinese markets. How is Chainlink doing, by the way? Let's see here. Where is Chainlink? Where is Chainlink? There it is. So up 5%. Okay. So bottomed out at $9.39. Is up to $10.15 right now. Besides Caspa, Chainlink, and Uniswap are the only ones that are up, 4 or 5%. So that's cool. That's cool, I guess. All right, moving on. What we got here? El Salvador marks 3 years of Bitcoin adoption with a $31 million profit. Nice. Congrats, right? First country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender 3 years ago on September 7, 2021. The president adopted Bitcoin, made the country a historical digital asset pioneer, according to Alex Mama. El Salvador's experiment with Bitcoin can be seen as a success. The country acted as a pioneer, taking risk and trying something radical. While it's too early to declare whether all aspects of the reform were successful, it's clear that El Salvador has reaped some benefits. El Salvador has been a dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin since 2021, buying 1 Bitcoin daily as part of its adoption plans. The country's wallet is currently sitting at $31 million worth of profit, according to the president. Did somebody double check that? El Salvador has bought its Bitcoin holdings at an average price of 43K. Okay. So if their average price is 43K and Bitcoin's at 54K, then yeah, they're doing all right. But I know they bought a couple at 50, right? Which definitely skews off some of the good buys that they had down here. This financial gain further strengthens, I think, the president's position as the initiative now appears to be yielding tangible benefits, adding another layer of validation to his bold cryptocurrency experiment. The bigger the country, the less likely it is to take such risks. This is because larger economies often depend on relationships with international creditors who are strongly opposed to such moves. In hindsight, El Salvador was trailblazer for normalizing Bitcoin as both an everyday currency and as a national investment, and the subsequent institutional adoption in other global regions had vindicated the decision. If El Salvador had left it until today to make Bitcoin legal tender, it's fair to say there would be much less pushback. Congrats, El Salvador and President. Moving on, Trump. Oh my God, dude, chill out. Shut up. Trump election surges fuels speculation of Musk in his cabinet. Now, I don't know how I feel about this, but it's an opinion piece by this person, Christian Encila. But I wouldn't like Elon Musk being anywhere near the presidential powers. I personally wouldn't like it. He already holds a lot of influence. Unfortunately, I don't know why he has so much influence, but he does. Well, I know why he has so much influence, but I don't, even despite his great successes, I don't let him affect me in my day-to-day. But I wouldn't want him anywhere near the presidential cabinet or anywhere near the powers of the presidential cabinet. But that's just an opinion of mine. I could be wrong. You could be right. You could be wrong. I could be right. We could both be wrong and somebody else could be right. The point is I wouldn't like it. How would you feel if Elon Musk was, in the presidential cabinet? How would you feel about that? Let me know down in the comments below, or I had to normalize the sound. The sound was getting kind of crazy. How would you feel about it? Let me know in the comment section. Please let me know. Why did the sound go all crazy? Let me see something here. Advanced properties. Bear with me 1 second. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Un momento, por favor. Hello, hello. All right. Yeah, so Trump, Elon Musk cabinet. I look forward to serving America if the opportunity arises. No pay, no title, no recognition is needed. Yeah, but dude, I don't want you anywhere. I like you. I like some of the things you've done. I don't like everything about you, but I don't trust you next to the powers that be, bro. No offense. Like, you're very intellectual. You obviously had a profound impact on the world, but you got enough, dude. Like, I don't need you running for president next, okay? Just chill out. Moving back to Trump again, the situation about that project, well, the Defiant ones. Politico saying is a huge mistake. Trump crypto allies cringe over family startup. Donald Trump's son want to turn their father's growing bromance with the cryptocurrency industry into new family business. So far, the project's troubled rollout has succeeded in creating only one thing, a potential political liability for the former president. Trump's eldest son, Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump, have been teasing their plans to unveil a crypto startup called World Liberty Financial for weeks. I thought it was the Defiant ones. Okay, I guess not. But the launch has been marred in recent days by a series of apparent scams that have redirected fans to fake pages and compromised the social media accounts for other Trump relatives. Wow. The incidents have begun to rattle some of the top crypto allies within the crypto world. They're worrying that his family should shelve the project that they said creates unnecessary political risk and reflects poorly on the industry. This is a huge mistake, says Nick Carter, a Trump supporter who is a founding partner of the crypto-focused venture capital firms Castle Island Ventures. Nick, you were in the fight, right? Is that the same Nick Carter? In Nashville, the fight and karate combat? It looks like Trump's inner circle is just cashing in on this recent embrace of crypto is some kind of naive way, and frankly, it looks like they're burning a lot of the good will that's been built in the industry so far. I mean, the goodwill of the industry has been getting burnt left and right because there's the crypto industry is rife with scam, period. Just period. So it's not that the project is poor, but that con artists are taking advantage of the increased media attention, right? And they're compromising accounts. For example, the X accounts of Republican National Committee co-chair Laura Trump and Tiffany Trump were compromised late Tuesday when allegedly unauthorized users posted links to a hoax website for the crypto project featuring fake details about it. World Liberty wrote an official Telegram channel that the accounts were hacked and warned against visiting any links from the post. So it's not that the project itself is just bad. It's just that, again, people are taking advantage of the media, the hype, right? Whenever something pumps, do you notice the scam ads that come on before our videos have diminished? It's because it's a bear market. Not too many people are interested. Not too many people got money to invest in crypto. So the whole XRP scams, Solana creator scams, scan this QR code, send me one, I'll send you 20. That stuff has slowed down because the bear market. But when all the attention starts going to the Donald Trump project that we were talking about and many others have talked about, of course, scammers are going to try to take advantage of that situation. All right. As we get ready to wrap up here, we're going to listen to some... Whoa. Chill out. Sorry, let me turn off the volume. Hang on 1 second. We're going to listen to some news before Red Panda Mining, but I got one more article to talk about, but I want to hear your thoughts. So hang on. Don't leave. I will redirect you to Red Panda. Okay? Just chill the fuck out. I will redirect you to Red Panda. I know you guys like to leave when I do the CNBC news recap and we watch together and I say just hit me up with some questions or comments, but just chill. Okay? Just chill. Stay with me here. If you're going to leave, at least smash the damn like button. Anyways, latest Nvidia RTX 5090 GPU rumors served up a double scoop of bad news. The bad news is, well, the 5090 might have some performance increases, but the power is stupid, boy. So it's not really efficient. So delays on the cards is one. And then the next generation Blackwell flagship could approach 600 watts of power usage. Now, some people don't care about that. The gamers, or most of the gamers, don't care about the power usage. I know quite a few gamers that do care about power usage, and they don't want their CPU drawing 300 watts like the 14900K, or the GPU to draw 600 watts. They want good performance at a good, efficient level. But it looks like not only would the GeForce release of the 5000 series be delayed, but also come with higher power consumption than the Team Green originally planned, right? And it's the same thing that we saw with Intel, is in order to beat AMD at a certain point, they had to push the power past what I would say is economical, efficient, great for the consumer. And when you run this hardware at a more efficient economical area, the performance is not as good. So it really needs to be AMD and Nvidia both ran at economic levels, right? Efficient levels. And then that determines the performance. Because I can make my GPU outperform another GPU if I'm going to sit there and tune and throw more voltage at it and add more cooling and do this and the other thing. At what point do we say enough is enough? Our chips need to become more efficient. But I'm seeing this across everything. ASICs, GPUs, CPUs. We are just becoming super inefficient. And the only way to hit the performance targets we're trying to hit is by pushing the power to ridiculous levels. So I'm hoping that the improvements in process nodes, right, 5 nanometer, 3 nanometer, will make the efficiency come back again. Now, what size chip is Blackwell supposed to be built on? Does anybody know? What size chip? Let's see here. Nvidia RTX 590. What do you call that? That is chip size. It's called process. Let's see here. Process node. Process node. Is it on what? 3 nanometer, 4 nanometer process. So it's on a 4 nanometer process. GDDR7 should help out a lot. I'm looking forward to GDDR7. I'll tell you that much. But I would not be happy the 590 is drawing 600 watts, even because the ATX 3.0 standard has been rolled out with a 12 pin plus 4 sense pins. That's still a lot of power to be drawn for a GPU. But anyways, we'll see. As we get ready for Red Panda Mining coming on in about 6 minutes, we're going to be listening to this together. Ask your questions, comments, concerns. I'm going to address some questions right now. Sam Fisher says, Bitcoin may hit 40K. There is more economic reports coming up soon, like the CPI report. If it comes in bad, and then it may be able to force it down some more. All right, so Sam Fisher says that 40K is possible. I don't think it's possible. Well, it's not. Everything is in the realm of possible. But would it happen? I think we got too much support at the different levels I mentioned earlier. Again, 52K, 50K, 48K, 45, 44, or just say 46, 44, 42. We'll have to break through all of those. But we'll see. We'll see. I could be wrong. I'm just a guy on the internet. Dan Rugg says, much love, Vega. Appreciate you. Appreciate you too, buddy. And yeah, hit me up with any questions, comments, concerns that you might have. Let me turn the desktop volume back on as we get ready for Red Panda.
The founder of the largest tech buyout firm in the world, Thoma Bravo's founder, says he'll never touch crypto again following the disastrous bet on FTX. And Hong Feng, the president of crypto exchange OKX, weighs in on what's driving the crypto sell-off.
Red Panda will be doing a giveaway here shortly. Do not leave. I will redirect you myself.
Crypto World, I'm Brandon Gomez. Now, crypto prices sinking to end the week after this morning's jobs report showed August payrolls grew by a less than expected 142,000. The unemployment rate, however, ticked down to 4.2% as anticipated. Now, while concerns of a slowing labor market pushed prices lower today, the data does clear the way for the Fed to lower rates later this month as anticipated. That move, though, could impact crypto prices further. By noon Eastern, Bitcoin and Ether dropped 3.5%, with Bitcoin falling to $54,000, and Solana fell 2% to about $128. For the week, crypto's in the red as of
Look at
noon.
that. Look
with
at that.
Bitcoin and Ether both down more than 8%.
Look at that.
The two cryptocurrencies on pace for back-to-back weekly losses, with Bitcoin heading for its 5th negative week in the past 6. Okay, let's talk about the top stories for today. A key executive at the blockchain firm Ripple is among several signers of a letter endorsing Kamala Harris for president. Chris Larson, Ripple's co-founder and executive chairman, joined 88 corporate leaders in signing the letter, which was exclusively shared with CNBC. Other high-profile signers include Yelp CEO Jeremy Stoppelman, former 21st Century Fox CEO James Murdoch, and Snap chairman Michael Linton. The group argues that Harris would continue to advance fair and predictable policies that support the rule of law, stability, and a sound business environment if she were president. The purpose of the short letter with the long list of signers is to serve as a well-timed political show of support for Harris, who is locked in a very tight race against Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump. A reminder that the first presidential debate between the two is just days away. Meantime, Trump, who has recently taken on a pro-crypto stance, has been getting the support from big crypto names, including the Winklevoss twins, after his campaign announced in May that it would accept crypto donations. Next, Orlando Bravo, who runs the largest tech buyout firm.
So you see what I mean? Like, we're getting a lot of support for Kamala, like from the crypto representatives or majority or a percentage of them, right? Obviously, a large percentage is still Team Trump, but I want Kamala to come out and address not her administration, not her aides, but her herself to come out in a pro-crypto stance. Like, hey, I don't know crypto, but I vow to put people in places like the CFTC, the SEC, administration that do know crypto or consult with knowledgeable personnel in crypto. Like, get Bitsby Trippin to be a consultant in your administration if he has the time. He probably doesn't have the time. You know, there's a lot of good people in the industry that can help lead the administration in the right direction, because feeding them, like the Biden administration, the reports when they were talking about energy surveys was not full, like it wasn't the full picture. Yes, some carbon is used still to provide power to these farms, but most of these farms have a good mixture, an ESG mixture, where they're using renewables, carbon, you know, whatever, right? Leach methane or fuels that would have been vented to the atmosphere anyway. So there are thriving industries working in the crypto space, and the data centers are just popping up left and right, while there's a handful that are still falling off the map. So Red Panda Mining should be going live here in about a minute.
The world says he's no longer investing in
I just want Kamala, if you watch this,
partner of Thoma Bravo, made the revelation on CNBC
you go on stage and talk about crypto. We'll see in the public debate.
Are permanently out of crypto after the collapse of FTX. A little more than 3 years ago, Bravo called FTX the most cutting-edge, sophisticated cryptocurrency exchange in the world, as Thoma Bravo helped lead a $900 million investment in the company at a valuation of $18 billion. But in late 2022, of course, FTX spiraled into bankruptcy, and the crypto exchange's founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, is now in the early days of serving a 25-year prison sentence for the massive fraud and conspiracy that led to the company's collapse.
Once you make a mistake, and once you get burned on something, our philosophy and my philosophy is you never touch it again. Even if it turns out that you missed a big boom. Personally, I'm a believer in blockchain. I think it's a powerful way of doing many things and for many use cases. And I've always believed that from an investment.
Would you trade crypto for pancakes? Says Son of Rabbit Panda. I don't know. It depends on the pancakes. What kind of pancakes are there, Son of Rabbit Panda?
Standpoint, you know, after you make a mistake, we kind of move on.
Thoma Bravo has emerged.
Red Panda should be going live here any second
because of several multi-billion-dollar software buyouts in recent years.
Would Kamala address at a? I can't read that. Hang on, the thing's getting in the way. Yeah, the heart symbol keeps getting in the way of the chat. Would Kamala address a tech crowd? in a robot voice? Probably not.
The firm, which was founded in 2008, now oversees about $160 billion in assets. Last, PitchBook just dropped a new report on crypto VC funds, revealing that even
Again, Crypto Pounder 4, love you, but I disagree. Like, just because Kamala is voted as president doesn't mean crypto is going to go down. I think once a president is confirmed, and we know that president is going to be in office for 4 years, crypto will continue to move upwards, regardless of who's in office. Crypto has continued to move. Bitcoin has continued to move upwards, regardless of who's in office. It's just right now, because of all the uncertainty, a lot of the retail is like, yo, I don't know if I want to put into this because I don't know how they're going to act. Is the SEC going to go around with the ban hammer because Gary Gensler's is still over there? Is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? There's a lot of uncertainty. Once that certainty gets added, and then the Fed does try to perform this soft landing, I think crypto will continue to thrive regardless of who's the administration, because it doesn't belong to any nation, doesn't belong to any person, doesn't belong to any president or leader. It's ours to do with as we want.
Even though the past 2 years have been tumultuous for crypto fundraising, signs of a recovery are
There we
starting
go.
to
Head on
emerge.
over.
Now, the report
Red
notes
Panda's
that the
live.
leading
Thank you so much
funds-
for stopping by. Make sure to hit that like button on the way out. Don't get mad at me for my views or viewpoints. My opinions are my opinions only. Your opinions are your opinions. I respect yours. You respect mine. I'm just saying my thoughts on this live stream of Caffeine and Crypto. And I thank you so much for stopping by and allowing me the opportunity. Please feel free to tweet this out to your friends. Share this with a family member, whoever it might be. I would love to have them next time. See you next Saturday. If I'm not going to be here, I know I won't be here first Saturday in October. But bear with me. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll keep rolling out content Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And do me a favor on the way out. Hit that like button. Make sure to get subscribed. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out additional links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. You just have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you next one. I'm just going to send you guys over to Red Panda. I'm not going to even do an outro.